Have you ever had something good in your life, but instead of being grateful, you wanted more, faster? Maybe you had a steady blessing, a steady income, a steady relationship, a steady opportunity, but slow and steady was not enough for you. You wanted it all right now. Maybe greed disguised itself as ambition, and you destroyed the very thing that was quietly making you rich. This is one of the oldest stories ever told, passed down for thousands of years, because the lesson inside it never gets old. My name is Eli, and today's ancient moral story is about a poor farmer who discovered something magical and lost everything the moment he stopped being grateful for it. In a small village surrounded by golden fields, there lived a poor farmer named Joren. Joren worked hard every single day, but no matter how much he labored, he barely had enough to feed his family. One morning, Joren walked into his barn and found something he could not believe. A goose, sitting calmly in the corner, had laid a single golden egg. Joren picked it up with trembling hands. It was real gold, heavy and gleaming in the morning light. He ran to the market and sold the egg for more money than he had earned in an entire year. The next morning, Joren rushed back to the barn. The goose had laid another golden egg. Day after day, the goose continued laying one golden egg every single morning. Joren sold each egg, and slowly his life began to change. He repaired his small home. He bought new clothes for his children. For the first time in his life, Joren did not have to worry about hunger. The villagers began to whisper about Joren's sudden fortune. Some were happy for him. Others grew curious, even jealous. An old village elder named Mira visited Joren one evening. "I hear you have been blessed with great fortune," Mira said. Joren smiled proudly. "Yes. My goose lays a golden egg every single day." Mira nodded slowly. "That is no small gift. Treasure it with patience." Joren laughed. "Patience? Why should I wait one egg at a time when I could have everything immediately?" Mira's expression grew serious. "What do you mean?" Joren leaned forward, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "I have been thinking, if one goose can lay one golden egg each day, imagine how much gold must be hidden inside her. If I simply opened her up, I could have it all at once. No more waiting, no more single eggs. I could be the richest man in the kingdom by tomorrow." Mira's face turned pale. "Joren, do not do this. Some blessings are meant to unfold slowly. If you destroy the source, you destroy everything it was meant to give you." Joren shook his head, certain of his plan. "You are old-fashioned, Mira. This is my chance to change my family's future forever. Why settle for slow wealth when I can have it all right now?" Mira tried one final time. "Patience is not weakness, Joren. It is wisdom waiting to bear fruit. Do not let greed convince you that more, faster, is always better." But Joren's mind was already made up. That night he could not sleep, his thoughts consumed by dreams of endless gold. The next morning, before the sun had even fully risen, Joren took a sharp blade into the barn. The goose looked at him calmly, the way she always did, completely unaware of what was about to happen. Joren took a deep breath and, in one swift motion, ended the source of his family's miracle. He searched desperately inside, his hands shaking, his heart pounding with anticipation. But there was nothing. No treasure, no hidden gold. Only an ordinary goose, like any other goose in the village. Joren fell to his knees in the dirt of his barn, the silence around him heavier than anything he had ever felt. He had destroyed his only source of gold, chasing a fortune that was never there to begin with. Mira arrived just moments later, having heard the news already spreading through the village. She found Joren sitting motionless on the barn floor. "I tried to warn you," she said softly, not with anger, but with sadness. Joren looked up, his eyes filled with regret. "I had everything, one golden egg every single day. It was enough. It was always enough. But I could not see it." Mira sat down beside him. Greed has a strange power. It convinces us that what we already have is too small, even when it is exactly what we need. Joren stared at the empty barn. "I destroyed my own blessing because I refused to be patient with it." Mira placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "This is why this story has been told for generations, Joren. Not to shame those who fall into greed, but to warn those who still have time to choose differently." Joren spent the following months rebuilding his life from nothing, the same way he had before the goose ever appeared. But this time, something inside him had changed. Whenever small blessings came his way, a good harvest, a kind neighbor, an unexpected opportunity, he no longer rushed to extract more than what was given. He learned to receive slowly, gratefully, without trying to force more than the moment offered. Years later, when his own children were grown, Joren told them this story by the fire each winter. "There was once a goose who gave us one golden egg every single day," he would say. "And it was always enough, until I decided it wasn't." His children would ask, "What happened to the goose, father?" Joren would lower his eyes and say quietly, "I let greed convince me that patience was the enemy. Do not make my mistake. Some gifts are meant to be received slowly, not torn open all at once." My perspective on this ancient story is simple. This tale has survived for thousands of years because greed has never changed. We are still tempted to rush blessings that were meant to unfold with time. We still convince ourselves that more, faster, is always better, even when patience was quietly making us rich all along. True wealth is not always about having more. Sometimes it is about appreciating what you already have without destroying it in pursuit of something faster. If this ancient story taught you something valuable, please subscribe to Jerry Tales and like this video. It helps us bring more timeless wisdom that can change the way you see your own blessings. Thank you for watching. See you in the next story.